Do you think there's a necessary double standard between the genders when it comes to labels being placed on them regarding how many people they sleep with? I don't think it's necessary, but there's definitely a double standard. I don't agree that slut shaming is necessary. I see it as a power check in women. Imagine if women had all the power in choosing mates, yet none of the labels that followed. Well, this idea of women having all of the power in choosing mates is absurd to begin with. It's just like a really outdated chauvinistic way. Like, it's like a 80s stand-up comedy idea. Like, it's not reality. It's not how things work in real life. In real life, people meet each other and they hang out and they decide if they like each other, and they're both awkward and they both kind of are unsure of themselves, and they both drop hints, and then maybe one person says, "Hey, I like you." Like, it's not like women are on top of this pedestal, like picking and choosing the winners and losers. That's not how that's not how real human relationships work. But I mean, I think a lot of us get our ideas of relationships from like TV and movies and stuff like that. Just media in general. But that's a problem, because that's not how real humans are. It's biology. I hate when people invoke biology when it's like literally not relevant. Because even this stuff about like biology, a lot of that comes from media too. Just like the whole thing where, you know, everyone used to say that we only use 10% of our brains. It's the same thing. Like, people, it's science. We only use 10% of our brains. Like, no, that's literally a made up thing that they say in movies. And it's a similar thing when you're talking about relationships. It's like, it's human nature, you know, for the men to chase the women and the women have all the power. It's like, no, it's just a made up idea from our society and media. And I feel like anyone who has participated in human relationships knows this, which is kind of weird that it persists, because that's just not how people are. A poor, uneducated, and unemployed woman can easily find a mate, not so much the other way around. Are you sure about that? They can probably easily find someone to have sex with them, which is different. And even that might not be true. I feel like we should be past this conversation. This is kind of stuff that I was thinking about a long time ago, where it's like, because next we're gonna talk about how nice guys finish last, and I do not want to go back into that. I feel like I covered that like 4 years ago.